Hello, Lily Lolia. That's my first video, English version. Ethnobotanist, and I'm a specialist in anthropology, Caribbean anthropology. I used to do video. You could check. I have a French YouTube channel, French Instagram, and I'm there for probably now for 5 years. Okay, but now it's important for me to change to do that video in English because I have so much to say and I want to share it with you. I'm the founders of Bath Therapy. What is Bath Therapy? Bath Therapy is like therapy by bath. It's like all around the world people make bath, but in the Caribbean we love our bath, our spiritual bath, our wellness bath, and all these things. And I wanted to share that with you. Of course, I'm French. You could hear that on my accent, but I want to share something with you. I wanted to share, and that's why I try today. You could imagine it's not easy at all for me because it's not my mother tongue. But the Caribbean deserve that sometimes you do some effort to share what you know about this. First thing, the Caribbean speak French, English, Spanish, Dutch, and what else? Creole. Creole. Patois, as with some people say, but Creole for Haiti, because Haiti, that's their language, Creole, official language. And we have to understand and we have to know that something very important, we could give a value to our culture. We have to, because you could realize now everybody want to be mixed, everybody want to go in this and this place, but that's something happened in our country for so long. And when you could from Guadeloupe, Martinique, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, whatever the place you come from in the Caribbean, you just have a chance. You cannot imagine how important when you see how we eat, how our grandparents were eating, the way they used to be. They have a so healthy life. And now you could see us. We could live in Europe, we could live in the Caribbean, but most of the time in Europe or America or in Asia now. A lot of Caribbean live in Asia now. And you realize that we just forget about everything we are, everything we get to love someone else's culture. And that's the problem of the Caribbean. But the thing is, why that's happened? That's happened because we totally forget that we get our power, we get our knowledge, we get our sacked knowledge, and we just go all around the world checking. Or when I see now people, you know what motivate me more? It was like I have seen a video saying, "Oh, we cannot eat 3 times a day. We should eat more 6 times a day," and blah blah blah. I said, "What?" But that's what's happened in my culture for centuries. Yes, because people can say our culture is very young. It's true, but it's a mix of different ancestral culture. And because of that, all ancient things make build our culture. And I think that's an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to love, an opportunity to understand things differently. And that's why today I said, no, I have to try. It's not easy at all for me, but I have to try to make that video in English because we have to share that. And if you check, you will see all I wrote 4 books. I did so many things. I'm the founder also of the Caribbean shamanism, and all that work I have to share it now. It's time for me to share it. Of course, it's difficult, but I will really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel, put a little comments that could help. But I think today is a time for us Caribbean to love our countries, to love our culture, to love our what our culture give it to the humanity, because we just attached to other people. Of course, it is part of the world. It's very difficult to live. Sometimes we have to deal with very difficult issues, but it's so amazing and interesting. People know us only for music, dancing, but we are not only that. We have good foods too, of course. We get very good foods too. But we don't get only that. We get very sacked and powerful knowledge. I cannot imagine. I was thinking about the man who were the Asian shaman who married to the what's the name of the one of the princess in Europe? I think in a Dutch princess or something, and everybody talk about that. Yes, because that world need this power. That world need this freedom, because we could say whatever they want. Caribbean people get a kind of freedom in their body, of their movement, and when you see, like, in the Caribbean, people live so old, so old. It's just like, oh, they don't have enough food, that's why they live old. Everybody knows we don't have to feed you a lot all the time to be fit. No, it's okay. But we just know that it could be interesting to know how it's work. It could be interesting to know how different islands live, or we get common mix and we get some difference in certain island, but we still have something like, now I'm living in St. Lucia and I just see we have a kind of basic link. I cannot, something you cannot touch, you could just can feel. When you see a Caribbean, we see each other. It's like when you travel with an Indian, you see how Indian around the world look at themselves. It's exactly the same. We just have something we cannot explain all the time, but we get it inside. We get the strength, we get that power. And it's time for us to talk about it, share it, be proud of it, because you could decide to go to live in North America, whatever the place. Okay, you are a citizen of this place, but your mother, your grandparents, all your energy, your DNA is from the Caribbean. You have to love it, appreciate it, bless it, to give you the power to go to next on other step. Or why not give it to your children or your granddaughter? You never know one day what happened. But it's interesting to share it and love it, to be able to make it happen again. Because if you don't use it, you forget about this part of you. You could get a kind of this, when you don't talk about something, it disappears. Would you like to see what your family, your grandparents give it to you, accept all the love? You want to see all that not happen anymore? You have to think about that. Thank you for being there. And I will put you down all information about my different French channel and my books and everything if you want to know more about me. And see you for the next video. Belbo.